20 years ago, when I started college, I had every intention of going forward and getting my degree in electrical engineering and really jumping out there in the workforce. And it was a short time after when my life completely changed course, and I ended up dropping out of college and becoming a police officer, opening up a business. And there was one thing that I never did, and that was go back and finish college. And although it had never really been a stumbling block in my career, kept me from progressing, it kind of kept nagging at me. So I actually entered the St. Mary's Bachelor's program. And when I got into the learning environment, it really got me energized. And by being in the Bachelor's program, I had gotten exposed to the Master's in Leadership program. I was really trying to figure out where I wanted to go in my life. Was I going to get back into business? Was I going to go into public office? And when I looked at the curriculum of the leadership program, I was able to look at that and say, wow, all of this could have applied in the businesses I owned. But wow, it would have also helped me if I had known this when I was a police officer. And now I'm contemplating public office. These are skills that are easily transferable to that. So I went through the program thinking that it would give me a foundation and the tools that I could take to whatever direction my life was going to take me next. A lot of the changes that I feel that I ended up making in my own approach to things was from the interaction with the other people in the course. I was surprised at how much learning really occurred in sitting down with somebody who was in a leadership position in an organization and hearing that their problems were just like what I was going through and seeing how they worked through it. There was really that working back and forth and the hands-on approach of working through things together. The level of discussion and how we ended up coming to conclusions as a group and how I ended up coming to conclusions as an individual had changed because I had never operated that way before. I owned a business and was the boss, so it was really easy. You did what the person ahead of you said, or the people below you did what you said. That's kind of how things operated. But the experience of learning in the program is really geared around that concept of leadership throughout the whole program. And that's what really made a difference for me. Leadership is really being able to work through issues to come out with a positive result where both sides of the argument come together and are able to work collaboratively and do what's best for everybody. And that means dealing with people's issues and helping and facilitating them to come up with what's best, not necessarily telling them what's best. People will be happy if they feel that they participated. It doesn't matter whether it's just a rule or a policy a city or a government agency is making, or it's something you're doing within the confines of your business or your community or your church. It's the same dynamic, just in a different setting. I've learned to express myself and explain myself so that when people don't get what they want, it's palatable because they've been part of the discussion. It's not this decision that's just arbitrarily impacted their lives, but they were included. Whether they agree or not, it is not necessarily the case anymore. It's whether they think I did the right thing. And in politics and public policy making, that's the best you can hope for. So for me, I think that's something I couldn't have done without the skills that I learned through the program at St. Mary's.